be good here. Alright. And we should be good here. Hopefully we're good. Hopefully we're good. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, alright, we should be good on the YouTube side. Sounds good. I always feel like I don't know what I'm doing correctly whenever I go live. Hello, Talon. Welcome in, and hello, Jordan Goku. Hello. Yes, we're continuing the star event. So if you want to tap those stars, it helps a ton. It is completely free. So we are aiming to get a bunny wallpaper because it'll be Stargazer themed. So if you tap the stars in the bottom right, then it helps a lot. Thank you. How am I? I'm doing well, Jordan Goku. I hope you're doing well too. Happy Friday! It's Friday today! I hope you have a good upcoming weekend. It's Friday! I totally forgot about that. Well, no, I didn't forget. Fridays don't, like, affect me as much, because I don't really have, like, a weekend. I just sort of, trade things around, I suppose. But, but it's all good, I'm glad that you're doing well. I'm glad to hear that. That makes me happy. Yeah, I'm excited. I've got a lot of art projects going on. I've got a lot of different, thingies happening right now. New Reaper, hello, welcome in. How is everything going? Happy Friday. What have I been working on? I have been working on, some NDA client stuff that I probably am not going to be able to share in a while. Lillian and Hikaru, hello, welcome in. How are you both doing today? Hi. Time to spam stars. Thank you. I appreciate it. Arigato, very, very helpful. Thank you. I think that we can definitely get this bunny wallpaper. I think that it's a doable thing. Kind of tired from all the drawings I've done. That's very fair. You've done a lot. Hikaru. Thank you again. What you drew is super, super cute. Pretty good. Only here for a few minutes, but wanted to show support. No worries, Lillian. I really appreciate your support. I hope you're having a good Friday. I've done 18 so far. Oh, man. That's as much as I've done with, like, emotes. That's a lot. That's a lot of work. So far, yes? Well, hopefully it continues that way. I want it to continue. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. If I look at all the users who have joined right now, everyone has, like, a super, super dark, like, almost, like, goth or metal type icon. This is funny. This is funny. If you see all the joins, everyone has, like, a super dark icon. Changing 2025 goals from extensive creative projects to mental health goals and only working on one project. That's good. The duality of man, right? Yeah, we've got, wait, how many? We've got, like, we've got two skeleton creatures, we've got a spider creature, we've got, I can't see them all, we've got a bunch of characters wearing black, we've got our shonen protagonists. We've got a lot of things here. Is Starlight the new painting Space Marines while watching ponies meme? Is that a meme? Vine Fox, hello, welcome in. Deployed and ready for the mines. Oh my goodness. I hope you're doing well, Vine Fox. Hello. We do have 2 Hikarus. What? We do. We have the, we have our Orin High School back here. Thank you for hitting the 1,000 star, Newbie Reaper. Thank you. I wonder if it will be possible for us to get to 100k today. I wonder. Because if we can, then we just have to do, we just have to get 50 more on Monday. And then if we're not able to hit that, I'm debating on potentially trying to stream a little bit Tuesday just to push us over the edge if needed. They followed me here? Oh my gosh. there were a lot of 40k fans in early Brony groups. Well, doesn't MLP's, like, biggest, writing piece have, like, a crossover between, what is it, Fallout? Fallout and My Little Pony? So that kind of doesn't surprise me too much. Yeah, Fallout Equestria, that was huge at the time, right? So I can imagine that there is overlap, for sure. I wanted to go into Warhammer model painting, but Bandcamp put me in the timeout corner. I've heard crazy things about Warhammer, for sure. But, oh man, that's why I really want to... Someday, I want to get into 3D printing. I want to be able to figure it out. Because, like, you know, we're not gonna go into any, like, you know, political stuff or anything. But based on the stuff, it's really, really great to find stuff that you can sort of self-produce, make on your own. And, like, I have a button maker, I have sticker maker, I have 3D printer, and I think we've had discussions about this, I'm just too scared to use it. But it's like, I don't need to outsource that. I have the ability to do these things. So it would be nice to, at one point, try to figure out the 3D thing. Someday. I'm too scared. I'm too scared to use it. It's such a dangerous equipment. Oy. There's a model of a giant robot that is also a church that is 1K. A model of a giant robot that is also a church. Well, there's a concept for ya. Huh. Seems like a lot of VTubers are into Warhammer. I feel left out. Really? Are there a lot of VTubers into Warhammer? I haven't seen too much of it. I know Callie's done some miniature painting, but I think that's as far as I know. That's one of the special dreadnoughts? Ah, interesting. A robot that is also a church. Interesting concept design. I'm getting, like, Castle in the Sky vibes from that. A bunch of Shoujo are into it? Oh, okay, I didn't know that. Wait, do they ever do miniature painting on stream? Or is it the other side of it? Is it the strategy game side of it? Starlight 3D? Maybe someday. I keep seeing 3D modelers who make me jealous. Melody has? Oh, okay. That would be fun to do, like, on-stream painting stuff, but I can never... Like, I've been thinking about this in the past, right? That I would want to be able to do, like, 3D painting stuff, but the issue is I put it really, really, really close to my face when I'm working, so, like, there's no good way to film that. Alright, Lillian, have a good rest of your day. Thank you for stopping in, and thank you for the 3,000 star. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about that, right? I was thinking about, like, oh, at some point I really, it would be really cool if I could film that, but I put it, like, 2 inches from my face. There's no way to do it. Because I get very, like, nitty-gritty with the details. I remember, oh my gosh, back when I was doing the toy stuff, right? Back when I was doing the toy work, what was it? We had to do, like, the painting of the eyes for the figurines, for the faces. And in order to paint the eyes, you have to paint so precisely. You get, like, a drop of paint for every 10 minutes or something. It's like, it's really hard to do, and you end up messing up a lot, so you have to sort of, like, you have to use, pins, like, you have to use, like, a needle or something to sort of, like, push the slightly drying, paint around in, like, tiny increments, and it would take me 3 hours, I'm not joking, 3 hours to paint one eye, and I asked one time, and I'm like, I feel like you guys are gonna fire me. I feel like I'm really slow. It took me 3 hours to paint one eyeball. And then some of the other people were like, yeah, no, that's normal. And I'm like, what? That's normal? Taking 3 hours is normal? What? And, they're like, yeah, no, that sounds pretty standard. Basically, you need to be like the old man that fixed Woody in Toy Story 2. Exactly! I have to be exactly like that, 100%. Well, the thing is, like, you know, my eyesight is pretty good to the point that I don't need all those utensils. But I do have to be, like, that up close and personal with it. That's a lot of an eyeball, but from a few miniatures I did, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. At least the ones, at least the miniatures have, like, the eyes can't be that detailed just because of the size of the figure. I was working with the 6-inch line, and 6-inch line is, like, just big enough where you have to fit in all the detail you can. That was wild. The scariest part by far, oh my gosh, the scariest part by far is having to paint the pupils. Oh my gosh, I hate, or the highlight, the pupils are the highlights, right? Because that's like a one and done thing, and you get like one shot at it, so, if you mess up, you have to paint over it, and you have to like fix everything as the paint is still wet, right? This is how we end up taking 3 hours for the eyeball. That would make me go crazy, so I just dunked the figure when I was younger. Understandable, yeah. And there were some things where, like, if we had medals or insignia on the character, then we would just use, what do they call it? I forget what it's called. What is it? Water decal. Water decals. We would put the water slide decals on the figure when it was the really intense symbols and everything. Like, when I had to do the symbols on the Star Wars helmets and such. Also, Vine Fox, thank you for the 5,000 star. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, that was a fun job, though. I did really enjoy doing figure painting a lot. I do sometimes miss it. I look at the people who do the, I do look at the people who are doing, like, the 3D modeling stuff, and then they usually have to send it off to someone who paints. And I'm like, oh, I can do both, but the painting is also really difficult to do. Especially, like, if I was thinking about what I would want to do with, like, you know, your standard anime figures, it's more precise in the sense that you have to do a lot more with the airbrush, whereas the miniature painting is a lot more, dry brushing and wet-on-wet blending. And anime figures are a lot more based on doing really, really good airbrushing technique. And I'm not as good at the airbrushing work. Great news, Cousin is going to be helping me in the game development process. He's a programmer by trade, he's very good at it, he'll be helping me while I would be doing the art. Nice, nice, nice! It's good to be able to have, like, people in your corner like that. I actually collect Star Wars Black Series. I should post a pic of it in the server. Oh my gosh. I wonder if I've worked on any of the pieces you have. I wonder if I've done any of the, prototype pieces. Cause that's what I was on. I was on Black Series. That's what it was called. Thank you. I completely forgot the name of the line. Yeah, I did Black Series. That's really cool. Got your stream? Hope I'm not late? No, Jack, you're all good. You're all good. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh man, that's funny. I don't know, like, how to see. I collect specific sets, but I'll post an image of what I have when I get home later. Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd be curious if I see any literal familiar faces. That would be fun. I'm trying to think. I've done, I got to do one of Leia. I got to do one of, I did, what was it called? The Cantina. I did the Cantina set. Not necessarily my favorite, but it got to include, Obi-Wan, so that was cool. And then I did, I did some Mando work. I did Mandalorian stuff. And I did a lot of troopers, but I don't recognize, I wouldn't be able to, like, point any of them out. So, yeah, I don't know, there could be some overlap. Or I might look at them and be like, oh, my coworker did that. I don't know everything that they did, but Black Series is a cool line. The sculpting department did a really good job with it. Can't wait to do devlogs and turn your cousin into a VTuber. Jeez. I thought you yourself didn't want to be a VTuber. Is that different now? What about the weekend? How are you guys feeling about the weekend so far? Do you have any plans for it? I know tomorrow I'll be on stream playing pinball. That should be fun. And then I'm hoping to get some work done on the what is it? I need to get the client work done. I'm working on line art for that. And then afterward, I am hoping to, I think Tuesday, we're going to be starting up a client piece that is able to be public, so that should be fun. Hello, Vessa. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a good day so far. No worries, all good. I realized the sheer number of rabbits I've mixed in the collection, too. Nice. Nice. Vessa, Newbie Reaper was saying that they have Star Wars Black Series figures. So I was saying, you know, if you have any pictures, then I can see if I worked on any of them. Or at least the prototype variant, right? So that's cool. External validation shouldn't be the main motivation, but Sapphire reviewed my channel and she said my voice and narration are pretty good. Oh, nice. Wait, did you get one of Sapphire's consultation thingies? Did you order a consultation from her? I had you open on YouTube when getting phone ready and heard a bit. Okay. And again, guys, thank you so much for the star tapping. It definitely helps a lot. We're gonna see if we can get the bunny wallpaper, so thank you very, very much again. I appreciate it greatly. Is there anything that I don't like about VTubers? Oh, that's a good question. I would say... I think that when it comes to things that I don't like about VTubing, a lot of it is based on very, very, very personal preference. I think that a lot of it is a little bit more universal in the sense that, like, you know, I don't like some of the drama that gets brought up or, like, the infighting and stuff. But then there's also personal things where, like, I have a different direction and the way I like to go about things compared to others, right? So, like, I am very, very, I like to have everything based very, very strongly with the Atelier and Illusionari, and sort of bringing people into that world, and other VTubers really don't like doing things like that. So, I'd say less hate, and more so, differences. Differences of going about things. Free review from a raffle. Oh, okay. Interesting, I didn't know she had done a raffle. Well, that was lucky. I feel like VTubing as a culture and VTubing as a medium are two different conversations. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Because, different people take things, like, in such different directions, right? Like, for me, I tend to lean more traditional. I tend to like everything being closer to, like, the, Japanese idol side kind of direction. And other people, have VTubing for themselves in a very, very different, more open, more modern direction, I would say. So, I think that's, like, the main difference. I wouldn't say that there's necessarily, like, any hate. There's just sort of difference of opinion. And, but I think universally we can all agree that, like, the Twitter drama stuff could lighten up a little bit, right? I think universally we can all say that one. Amish yes, You're never gonna let this go, are you? When you say traditional, this gives me the idea maybe someone could do a live 2D model with the traditional medium and scanned on the computer and rig it. There are people who have done PNG tubing in that sort of format. It's all still digital, but they did, they've done it in, like, claymation style. I'm trying to remember the person's name. There's one person who has a claymation styled model, and they PNG tube, and it looks like something straight out of those old Christmas movies. And I'm trying to remember what it is, who that was. I think they're like a puppeteer or a jester type of VTuber. me see. If I do, stop motion VTuber, what is their name? Oh, wow, that was easy to find. What is your name? Alpine Showtime. Alpine Showtime does, probably the closest you're ever gonna find for that kind of feeling. Alpine Showtime has a very, very interesting look. It's such an awesome concept. I love seeing people try unique ideas like that, right? Yeah, it's really, really cool. So, yeah, I think the closest thing in terms of, like, a traditional look. I know them. They say that they don't want to stream or VTube anymore for some reason. Really? Really? Wait, that kind of surprises me, though, because, wow. Really? They're so inventive and creative, though. Is that something that they talked about publicly? Is that, like, something that they said on Twitter? Am I okay? Yeah? Why wouldn't I be? Is everything okay on your guys' end? Did Iriam freak out? Are we alright? Look at YouTube? What happened on the... Oh. Really? It didn't indicate anything to me. Seriously? It's being funky again, it sounds like. Yeah, it's definitely being funky. Can you guys see anything? Or did Iriam just straight up freeze? Is it still frozen? I froze in sleepy pose. Great. Lovely. I can still see you guys. I can still see the chat. And I'm still moving on my end. No audio. No audio. Definitely got audio. YouTube's working fine. That's so weird. It's not fixing itself, is it? Is it not fixing itself? Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Is it not? It's not. No, I guess not. What will be the best way to do this? Alright, I'll try closing and opening the app. I'll let you know if you start moving again on Iriam. Okay. Let me try closing and opening. Alright. Thank you for the 10k stars at least. Alright. Vesta, could you quickly let them know that I will try to close and reopen things, because it literally doesn't show on my end. As you can see on the YouTube end, I don't see anything wrong, so yeah, alright. We are going to, take a little break real quick. Where's our BRB? Alright, let's just... Hello? Are we back? Are we good? Are we alright? I don't know what happened. I literally did not do anything. Like, I know sometimes I do the thing where I try to get YouTube back because it dies, and then I reset things, and then it's all on me. But this time I didn't do anything. So I don't know what happened. But thank you guys so much for the stars. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is helping a lot. It is helping us a lot. So thank you for the star spam. Yeah, I genuinely am not sure what happened. She's alive and I'm startled. I suppose that a skeletal bunny would be a little bit startled. I don't know what that was. You see, this is like... Took me 20 seconds to realize you were frozen up. I thought you were just looking something up. Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, Alright, I think one thing... Was I, like, frozen? Or did I do the thing where it, like, goes super close to you guys? Because I know that seems to be what happens when things crash. But, yeah. This is one of the reasons why I'm probably never going to stop multi-streaming on the YouTube side, is because, I literally had absolutely no way of knowing that anything was wrong. Crazy part is that I slowly started getting closer as you were asleep. Oh, I started sleepwalking? That's not good. Yeah, but no, if I wasn't on the YouTube side, I would have absolutely no way of knowing that anything weird had happened. So that is one reason that we stay on the YouTube side as well. Because usually I'll get some kind of indication. I'll have like some sort of flashing thing on the screen and it'll be like, Iriam data can't be read, blah blah blah, please restart Iriam, blah blah blah. And it didn't do that. It just kept going, and I kept seeing your comments, and I kept seeing your comments getting more and more panicked. So I'm really not sure what that was about. Send a screenshot in Discord how you looked. I thought you were just glancing to the side and typing. Oh, that is weird. Yeah, it usually doesn't do that, does it? It usually, would, like, breaks and, like, zooms in or something, from what I understand. That's weird. Anyway. So... people have been asking me to make clips. Here it goes. I'm on the Alpine Showtime Twitter right now real quick. And I'm still moving. Okay. Let's see here. Here's one of them I enjoyed. Look at this art style. Sharing cool things. Working on model stuff. Reposting shindigs. Nice, nice, nice. I don't see anything. Gonna try to get the rigging groove back. Putting back focus for face tracking. I feel an itch to continue VTuber innovation. Okay. And then there was, like, an emotional reason that they started VTubing. Why to become a stop-motion VTuber? So sorry my content is all over the place. What direction do you want to see? I don't see anything here about them wanting to quit VTubing. Where are you getting that? I genuinely don't see anything remotely close to that kind of thing. I mean, I could be very wrong, but I'm not seeing it personally. What, who? That's what you said. That's what you said. You said that they were getting tired of VTubing and wanted to quit. I don't see anything like that here. That's why I was, like, very shocked, and that's why I ended up looking it up, and then we froze, because I was like, wait, this does not seem like the type of person who would just quit on a dime. So I was very confused when you said that, but that's what I heard from you. At least that's what that's what I thought I saw. It was one of their tweets. We're talking about the same person, that is. I don't see anything like that. Maybe they deleted it. That's weird. I don't see anything like that. But no, it doesn't seem like they're gonna quit. It seems like that they just keep wanting to push the innovation. They want to keep making new things, new cool things, and seeing where they can go with things. Dual Thrones, hello, hello, welcome in. Happy Friday. I hope you're doing well today. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I think that they are making all kinds of cool innovative stuff. I don't see them stopping anytime soon, from what I can understand. I don't know. I could be wrong. I might just not have scrolled down far enough. Maybe they changed their mind. But it seems like they're still making really cool things. Which is good. I like seeing their work. I like seeing how innovative they are. Sound off traveling? Glad to see you at least, Starlight. It's glad to see you, too, Dual Thrones. Thank you very much for stopping by. And I hope that the travel goes well. I hope that you have a safe trip. Happy to see others that want to try more with the medium. Yeah, absolutely. There was a, oh man, you know what? I posted this in the, Newbie Reaper. If you go into the VTuber Senpai server, I posted in, VTubing discussion. If you want to see people who are trying more, I found like the craziest 3D VTuber, and they win on the tracking side of things. They win. It seems like something that's not very feasible for the rest of us, but man, is it cool to see. Go check it out? Yeah. I think it's super cool. It's like, it's stuff that they can do because of Warudo, and it's like, oh man, I don't see myself going 3D anytime soon, but the stuff I see from Warudo makes me, makes me kind of curious. Just stopping by to give stars and then skedaddle before battery dies. I very much appreciate that, Dual Thrones. But watch out with battery, especially if you're traveling. Important to have good battery when traveling. After I'm done spamming. I very much appreciate the spam. I very much appreciate the star spam, you guys. Thank you, thank you. Wario? What about Wario? Oh, Warudo. Warudo. I would be interested in exploring Warudo someday. I think that would be cool. But yeah, I don't see that probably for a while, but someday in the future that could be fun. Forgot my charger at the airport once. Airport chargers are like 50 bucks. I was upset. Oh no. Yeah, Dual Thrones, definitely prioritize battery life if you're traveling. Back in the day, I'd be super neurotic of having other VTubers better than me, especially other male VTubers, but now I have a more healthy mindset and just want to make something that makes me happy and that I'm proud of that other people like. That's good. That's a good mindset to have. And yeah, no, I understand where you're coming from. I can be the same way sometime. Not necessarily with VTubers, but definitely on the art side. Definitely on the art side. I get really thrown off sometimes when I see people who are, like, really young, or, they have, like, some really big, commission success with something, or they're doing, like, all kinds, like, things are just skyrocketing, right? I don't, like... I have my troubles with that as well, but I think, yeah, ultimately, it's good to make something that we're happy with making. Or things, you know what's really helped me? Is when I find the things that no one else can do, that no one else is doing. The easiest thing to get me riled up is to have a comparison where it's like, someone doing a standard illustration and myself doing a standard illustration, right? And the difference is they write, like, their age on their bio, and it's, like, way younger than should make sense. But when it's something that I'm doing, like with Stargazers or Lucinari, then it's like, well, no one else can do this. So that's the kind of stuff I like to focus on. The one that get me are the ones that go just a quick doodle and put the most immaculate illustration ever. Yeah. I know that it really confuses people, especially with the Japanese artists, because they use the term RKGK, and it translates, like, to doodle, but it can also mean, like, something I wanted to do personally for myself. And it throws people off because they think, like, oh, this was just a quick doodle. But what it could mean is, I put a lot of effort into this, and it was something that I did self-indulgently. So I do know that that is something that throws people off as well. But yeah, I do agree. Then, you know what? It's interesting, right? Because then there's also the types of, there's kinds of doodles that look really nice, but actually don't take a lot of time, because the part that would take a lot of time is, like, the 10% that people don't really notice. So it's like, okay, for those of you who don't understand, how illustration creation works as much, generally what happens is, like, 1/10 of your time goes to 90% of your work. And it's, like, laying out everything, putting down the colors, putting down the sketch, the shape, the whatever. And then 90% of your time goes to 10% of the work. The part that makes it all super polished and super clean looking, that takes the longest, but people don't appreciate as much. So people can make something where they say, oh, it's just a sketch and it looks flawless, because it might have taken them the least amount of time compared to the rest of the whole process. It's weird, but it's very true, which is why if you do things like color scripting, you can impress people very easily, because you're just throwing together harmonious colors in a very quick manner, and it already feels like something finished. But then to you, what's finished is the 90% more time that you're going to spend on the 10% of the final details. It's very weird. Art is a weird medium. Japanese is bad about having words that mean exact opposite things with multiple interpretation. Yeah, no kidding, no kidding. Also, thank you, Dark. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. So similar to the 80-20 rule. Yeah, 100%. Gary Vee helped finding a healthier mindset for creative endeavor. He only started his business and content in late 30s. Throughout most of his years, he'd been helping his dad with the wine business. Interesting, interesting, yeah. Gary Vee is a whole other character, for sure. For sure. I agree with some things he says. I disagree with others. But he definitely is an inspirational creator for a reason, right? I'm kind of against the weird NFT thing he's doing. But if he's providing good things for you, then that's good. I don't know. I like the more I learn about all these people who are doing like the content help stuff, the more they are starting to blend together almost, right? Like we were talking last stream about the Deep Pocket Monster person, and on the business side how he sort of has everything very strategically planned. And I'm kind of seeing that among, like, all the different creators that I listen to. But I still end up listening to them because, you know, you never know if the way that somebody says something resonates with you in a new way that you hadn't considered even when you've already heard the information. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just presenting things in a new way can sort of change the outlook of how you see stuff. And I think that there's something really good to be said for that, you know? So if you can get input from it, then that's good. That's a good thing. I don't know. I still listen to like the vidIQ videos, and sometimes the people they bring on, they're saying all the same stuff. But then every so often there'll be like a little nugget of wisdom, and I'll hold on to that and be like, oh, I didn't think about this way. That's interesting. You know, that's an interesting way of looking at things. That kind of deal. I don't know. Who are you guys? Do you guys listen to any of those, like, motivational content speaker type people? You know, the whole, like, what was it? The ones who are always trying to sell you their book. It's something I used to glom onto a ton a few years back, and now I'm starting to see that they all sort of repeat the same things. And the other thing is that, like, when you, the more you consume, the more you realize how much it repeats. I used to buy the courses and stuff like that, you know? I just read some of the motivational books I got as a kid. Yeah, that's fair. TED Talk before it went bad? That's valid. What is TED Talk now? What has TED Talks turned into? I don't know if I'm aware. I've listened to some older TED Talks, but I don't know what they do nowadays. It's almost to the point, you know what the thing is, like, you're not, like, most of us are not, super successful as it stands, right? But you end up hearing so much of those, like, motivational books, motivational talks, you almost feel like you're at the point where you can, like, write the book yourself, or make the talk yourself, right? And then at that point, the only thing that's stopping you is being a good public speaker. I think that's something I realized. Like, if we knew how to do good public speaking, if we knew how to deliver messages really clearly and solidly without stumbling, if we were just, like, you know, able to present things in a really charismatic way while selling a book about how you too can be a millionaire at 20, the only thing stopping us is, like, being able to talk well on stage. I'll never trust them if it's for money. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, you guys can see the difference now, right? If you go on, like, Instagram or something, oh my gosh, how many people want to try to sell you a course these days? Everyone wants to sell you a course, whether they're qualified or not. Everyone wants to sell you a course. You want to learn how to organize your fridge better? There's a course for that. You want to learn how to plan out your garden? There's a course for that. You want to learn how to make a business on Etsy with like, yarn keychains? There's a course for that. It's like, there's so many dang courses for everything. There's a course for making courses. Actually, that's one of the most popular courses. One of the most popular courses is the course on how to make courses. Or the pyramid schemes, those never disappear, yeah. Could be a millionaire if only your tummy didn't hurt. Dual Thrones, thank you for the heart. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Phone battery and all. Hope you have a wonderful stream. Thank you. I hope your trip goes well. Keep us updated. Stay safe. Thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it lots. I can breathe well on stage. I can walk up to the microphone and breathe really loudly into the mic until everyone in the audience breaks eye contact so I can speak. It's the modern cult, so whenever society blocks out cultism, they hide behind Like, okay, I see what you're saying, but I don't want to entirely, like, blame it on that, right? Because I think a lot of it is just, like, human personality and stuff, too. Thought of the micro bakery scandal? Wait, I don't know what the micro bakery scandal is. What? When I think of a pyramid scheme, I think of, oh, what was that fashion brand called? LuLaRoe? Have you guys heard about that one? What is it? Yeah, I want to say it's LuLaRoe, and it was like, it was one of those things where it's like, oh, you invite, you know, 10 friends to buy these clothes and sell them the clothes to invite 10 friends, blah, blah, blah. Very standard pyramid scheme, right? But, like, so many people got into this, and I felt... Was it Lululemon? Am I confusing the two? Lululemon? Hang on. Was that it? No, that one's different. I know, cause I thought that was it too. It's not Lululemon. I want to say it's, LuLaRoe. Was it? Let me see if I can... Of course, now you can't find any images of it. LuLaRoe? Wait, do they still exist? Oh my gosh, do they still exist? Yeah, it's LuLaRoe. Oh my gosh. So LuLaRoe, right? It was this, like, basically a pyramid scheme company of, like, you know, buy these clothes and then sell to others, and then they sell theirs and blah, blah, blah. And so many people bought these clothes that were known for their really, really crazy wild prints. They were known for having, really wacky designs on things, and it was, like, very unique to people. Well, the problem was, as this pyramid scheme kept growing and growing and growing, they had to keep creating new designs to keep people interested. So, the poor graphic designers had to make, like, 10 full finished designs, like, prints per day, and by the end of this, like, crash of a pyramid scheme, they were getting so exhausted, they were getting so tired of making these stupid prints for these people that they just started combining whatever they didn't even care anymore, whatever just stuck, and they would do things like pineapple and hamburger print, or like, hot dogs and jelly beans. Like, they just did not care, you know? Teddy bears and motorcycles, like... It got to a very insane degree where they just had to churn out so many designs, so many patterns, and this was like, you know, this was before AI, so they were doing these all by hand, you know, still, like, actual artists, but they were pushed to such a brink. Yeah, hit the randomize button, exactly. Teddy cycle, I'll take 5. VTuber concept idea, cute ancient Egyptian girl entrepreneur selling literal pyramid schemes. Oh my gosh, that is great. That is that's funny. That would be an interesting concept too. You could play a lot with that. Also, hello Sihiro, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope everything's going well. What did I miss? What are we talking about now? We got into the subject of pyramid schemes somehow. You know, just Iriam things. And thank you so much for setting stars, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciate it. That was me, lol. Nah, it's all good, it's all good. Iriam is just a smorgasbord of anything and everything goes. Typical thing Stargazers talk about. There you go. Yeah. I'm trying to send them while working. I'm doing my best. Thank you. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you, thank you. Conversation misunderstood. Stargazers have now begun construction on the Pyramid of Giza and the Burrow. How would that fit? How are you gonna fit a pyramid in a burrow? That's not gonna make any sense. What? How would you build a pyramid in a burrow? Went from VTuber to preachers / motivators to pyramid scheme so far. Yes, very true. We need Lady Red and Eve for star tapping power. I don't know where they are today. That's okay though. That's alright. Sometimes, like, I wonder if the pings are going out correctly, and then I'm like, am I doing this correct? Because every single time I go live, I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Red still road trip, and that makes sense. Yeah. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong. Every single time I am ready to go live, I have to check so many different things, and I'm like, I'm going to forget something. I'm going to do something stupid. And in the beginning, like, oh my gosh, it used to constantly be the mic. I used to constantly forget to use the mic. So I'd be muted for like the first 5 minutes. And then I'm like trying to connect the YouTube side and the Iriam side and everything together. And I think I'm finally getting to the point where I should be remembering most things for most streams, but of course, you know, there's always scuff. Mic's an important part, to be honest. Yeah, very much so, yep. And you guys make it very apparent when I don't have the correct mic. Because apparently it sounds very, very bad. Most people think they won't fall for a scam, and they are the most likely to not unknowingly sell their kidneys. What? How does that... Huh. Dark on YouTube says, most people think they won't fall for a scam, and they are the most likely to not, they are the most likely to, I'm guessing unknowingly, sell their kidneys. Do you guys think that, what do you guys think about, like, falling for scams? Like, do you think that you're pretty good at being able to avoid them, or do you think that they're just getting to the point where, like, it's hard to avoid in general? Because I'm thinking about Discord, right? I'm thinking about how many people, like, fall for the Discord scams. Which would you pay for your kidneys? I'm not gonna answer a question like that. That's so weird. Audio is one of the most important and overlooked aspects of online content. Yeah, true. That's what I keep hearing. My thing is, like, I can't hear good audio. Like, I know, with the giant ears, you would think, right? You would think that with the giant ears, I could hear good audio. Okay, I can hear distance, right? My ears are good for distance. I can hear a long ways away. But I can't hear quality. I can't hear what sounds good or bad to people. I can hear very far away, but I cannot hear quality in audio, which I know is important for streaming. I'm the what? I'm the hardiest version of nearsighted? What? I'm the hearing version of nearsighted. There you go. I know. Autocorrect is strange. Amy, hello. Welcome in. Happy Friday. I see that you're new here, so hello. My name is Starlight. I'm a prismatic kitsune. I hope you're doing well today. We neared 34k more stars for egg stickers, 84k more for wallpaper. Hit the star, but don't forget to follow and subscribe. Thank you, Zero. Man, that is a lot. Can we do it? If a tree falls in the forest, Star can hear it. Yes. Yes, I can. And my gosh, are there a lot of trees falling in the forest lately. But yeah, so I can hear the trees falling in the forest. I cannot hear if the sound is good to people. That's the thing. Like, when people talk about, like, the quality of things, that's when I don't... that's when I can't figure it out. Nice, thank you, Sierra. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it, but okay. 84 split them on, like, this stream and Monday's stream. We're gonna have to see how we do Monday, and then I might end up doing a little bit of, like, Tuesday night while drawing or something. Because, for Tuesday, right? For our art day, we have a new project that we're gonna be working on, and it is something that I'm allowed to publicly work on. That is a client piece. And it's going to be a nice spring piece. So over the weekend, I'm going to be working on the thumbnails for that, sort of like the compositional layout. And then on Tuesday, we will probably be working on the sketch work for it. And I'm excited. And you might see some familiar faces in it, too. You might end up seeing some familiar faces in it. But it's a piece that I am excited to explore in terms of rendering. Because I really like to experiment with rendering in these pieces, and every time I do, I feel like I learn more rendering technique. Uh-oh. Wonder what the piece is about? Not sure, not sure. But, I was watching speed paint stuff today. And, I found, like, one of those really cool, whatchamacallit? Words. I found a really cool Korean artist, and I linked one of their speed paints in the server, and it was, like, their process showed me a better way of working that just made a lot of sense, and I haven't gotten to try it out. I haven't gotten to see, like, how it works, but I kind of want to try it for this piece, because it would probably aid it really well. And basically, it's the same thing that I'm used to doing, except you're rendering on a separate layer from your flat coloring instead of blending it all together, which I normally do. And then you keep that all connected as separate pieces, like almost as if you were making a VTuber model, which I would think would make everything take longer, but if you're not separating every single layer like a model, then it actually could make things quicker and more flexible. And I was like watching this video as to how they were working, and I'm like, this would probably be a really satisfying way of working, because you can kind of paint it, and then have, like, this really nice, painterly, clean effect, and then you still have a lot of, room to move things around and tweak stuff without ruining the rest of the piece, right? So, basically a good way to describe that is, like, if you have, like, a character who has, like, a hand going in front of their, body, right? And then you make the hands on, like, a separate layer, then you could sort of move it around, and then you have the body behind it, and you can make all these tweaks without ruining the whole image, whereas before, what I would have done is I probably would have made the entire piece into, like, one line art, right? The hands and the body together, and then you can't make as many adjustments. So I'm learning these techniques where everything is very separated out, and it makes it a lot easier to, make adjustments, and I think it results in a lot of a cleaner finish, too, because you're not as worried about it. The other thing that I thought was cool, that I kind of want to play around with, is that it doesn't use any line art. The line art gets painted in. So that seems something that's very interesting. I'm gonna have to watch a lot of those speed paints to figure out how they did it, because I love not doing line art, but I don't know how to do the effect that these people do, where they're not doing line art, but by the end of the piece, it looks like they did. That is fascinating to me. It looks like they used line art, but then they actually didn't. They just sort of painted it into the edge. That's something I would love to figure out how to do. So, TLDR, because I'm just ranting and rambling at this point, a lot of the larger pieces that I get to do, I feel like give me a really, really great way to experiment with technique, and I'm very grateful for doing those things. Also, thank you, Sierra, for the 25,000th star. Thank you. I appreciate it greatly. And thank you, everyone, for tapping stars today. It helps a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. I don't know. Sometimes I go into little art rants. I'm sorry about the weird art rants. We're trying our best. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it very much. I know, the star tapping thing is crazy, right? Because, like, it's not like one of those, like, crazy, like, off-guide type events and stuff, right? But I know that it's a lot, especially since we're not live as much, so I appreciate it a lot. Emmy, thank you so much for following. Thank you, thank you. Nice. You said thank you for tapping stars. I immediately booped the star on your forehead on my skin as a reflex. Did you really? Oh, incredible. Ay, ay, ay. The star. Sadly, that's not gonna help us. I'm sorry, Vessa. If it's making your hand hurt, then please, you don't have to, like, make your hand hurt for this. I would rather your hand not hurt. I apologize. I do wish that there was a better system for these things. I just thought that the bunny wallpaper was fitting for us. I don't necessarily feel like we need to join every single event. I was just like, wait, this is thematically really fitting. Finger training arc for everyone. That's why it scares me when I see, like, some people's results for these events, and I'm like, how is this possible? How did you guys do this? This is insane. When would the art for the last Iriam event be done? I'm not entirely sure. I sent off my PNG. I don't know when they are, posting anything. Or if they are going to. Actually, I hope they will. They would have to, right? They would have to post ahead of time, I would imagine. But yeah, I don't know. It's out of my hands at that point. I'm gonna start challenging randoms to thumb wars now. I'd be unstoppable. There you go, there you go. The star tapping thing reminds me of, it reminds me of, the Mario Party minigames, right? What was they had, like, the get the let out one? There's a lot of those kind of Mario Party games where you have to do this kind of stuff, isn't there? Ugh. I wish we could tap our own stars to help, but I have no ability for that, unfortunately. But yeah, I probably won't feel the need to go crazy on any of the other star tapping events. I felt like the bunnies made a lot of sense for us. Get another phone. That would probably be against TOS heavily. I'm not going to risk that. I'm not gonna risk doing that. You know, okay, the sad thing is that, like, it wouldn't shock me if that is a thing that people have done, but I do not want to take that risk myself. I feel like it's easier tapping on a tablet. That might be true. Larger surface tapping area, I guess? I don't really know. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any risk like that. No. I know they've already made it. Like, people keep asking why Iriam can't be, used with Android BlueStacks, and that's literally the reason. Literally the reason that Android cannot work on, that Iriam can't work on BlueStacks is because people would make, like, automatic clicker stuff. I just do the knee trick to tap when the hand gets tired. I shake knee for all the time anyway. There you go. Charming Falcon, hello, welcome in. How's everything going? I hope you're having a good Friday. I hope you're having a good Friday today. I really love how all the Stargazers are getting to know each other and greeting each other in chat. That makes me really happy to see. But I hope everything is going well on your end. Sometimes I'm just like, I wonder how the other streamers do what they do. It seems like such an, like, superhuman direction of things. I keep forgetting to say hi to people? Nah, it's totally fine. I'm just saying that it's nice to see it just naturally, you know? And Newbie Reaper, thank you for the 30K star. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. It's an interesting system that Iriam has with like the milestones and stuff. 30K. I didn't know what to. How do you? 30K. Yes, I didn't know what to say. Just pop up and be like Obi-Wan. There you go. Oh my goodness. Wow. So yeah, I think that, I think Tuesday we're gonna be doing the art thing. Saturday we're gonna be doing the pinball thing. General Seer, you are a bold one. There you go. One thing that I was talking about in the server that I'm kind of curious to, like, hear your guys' thoughts about, in a way. Dang it, Iriam! I want to chit-chat with you guys, but the problem with the star events is that you can't chit-chat and type stars at the same time. It's not a great system. They don't make this easy, do they? Ugh. This is, you know what? This is probably why the... What was that for? What was that for? Too much caffeine? Oh my gosh. Gotta do the trade-off sometimes. There you go. He took tap the forehead star. Oh my goodness. My goodness gracious. I've been slagging on the bombs and bongs front. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. That's like kind of what I was saying, we reached 75K, only 1/4 way for egg stickers. There you go. Forgot about the eggs, honestly. I've been paying so much attention to the wallpaper, I forgot about the eggs. I think I was saying before, right? Like, I'm trying to juggle all the different websites and things, and I want to, like, bring all of the experiences to all the places, all the platforms and things. Why do you make a system easy and then make it hard as possible? It's not so much that it's hard as possible, it's that it's a little bit of a trade-off, right? So Dark, it's like, Iriam has an event right now where people are tapping stars because it can get us, like, you know, fun games and prizes on the app. But the issue is that if you're tapping stars, you can't also chat, you can't also text. So I think it just kind of dawned on me that the people who are probably going to be doing the best in the star events are the ones who are going to be doing music or karaoke. Which, to be fair, a lot of the streamers who are doing music and karaoke stuff are also the ones who are succeeding in a lot of other areas. Hit the star and don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream on the YouTube side. Thank you, C-Hero. Thank you. Yeah, because, like, I like chatting with people, right? But it's like, ugh, you can't chit-chat if there's star stuff going on. So the people who are probably doing really well are the ones who are doing, like, karaoke and stuff, and then they can be singing, where they normally can't be chit-chatting with people because they're singing, and then the people are tapping stars while they're singing. I imagine that that's, like, a much easier way for them to go. I don't know. If I prepared, like, stories or something, that probably would have gone better. But you know what? Okay, the thing is, like, I'm realizing this live. I'm realizing this right now as we speak, how this kind of stuff works. So now I'm thinking, like, oh, okay, I get it. This makes this easier, or this makes this harder. And if I didn't do that stuff, then it results in this kind of thing. So it's like, I'm learning a lot while doing it, right? What's Iriam's thought or policy on copyright music? They're not really, like, I don't think they're, like, I think they're pretty much, like, on the same side as Twitch, where they're, like, not as strict as YouTube. The issue is that because I'm multi-streaming to YouTube, I'm still stuck on YouTube's whims. Tells a story, Auntie Star. If I had thought of one ahead of time, I would have. I could have just, like, you know what? If I had known everything ahead of time, if I had planned everything ahead of time, then I could have probably, like, gotten the YouTube video done and then, like, read the story of that YouTube video while, like, being here. Make a funny story up right now? Okay, I don't use ChatGPT, so I can't really do that. Rapidly switching between chatting and star tapping is intense thumb training. I hope it makes you better with arcade games. Here's your prompt. A horse went to the market. What? A horse? Just a horse alone? Is the horse alone? Or does the horse have a handler? This is important. I must know the context. The horse bought milk. Okay, so the horse is buying milk. Wait, this could actually be fun. If I'm throwing a little prompt, I could do this. I could make a silly story. Okay, a horse is going to the market to buy milk, so clearly they need the milk for something. So there's definitely some sort of reason that they would need to go to the market for milk, but it wouldn't be a horse family issue, because that would be a whole different scenario. So they're going to the market for milk. They're probably going to get distracted by the other stalls. The other stalls are most likely holding, probably different fruits and vegetables. They're probably going to get distracted by apples. The apples are really, really shiny in this market. Really delicious. But the horse was given money, and they only have the money for milk, so they're going to have to pass on the apples. They can see that the apples are being shared by other children in the market, their parents buying apples, and they keep debating on if these apples, you know, are worth it. But no, they're gonna stick to their guns, they're gonna continue with the milk. So they have to go to the dairy farmer, right? I'm trying to think off the top of my head here. And they're able to get the milk, but then they don't have any way of carrying the milk, right? As a horse, it's gonna be a little hard. So then they're going to have to go to somebody who makes bags. And they're finding somebody who makes cotton bags, because, you know, we don't want any leather bags as a horse. That would be a little strange. So we're going to go to the market and find somebody who makes the cotton bags. But they've run out of their supplies because a cat has gotten into it. Because the mice have been trying to go and stay into the cotton material to stay warm. So there's been cats trying to chase the mice, and now there's holes in all of the cotton. So now we're going to have to go to a repair store. So we're going to offer to take the cotton to the repair shop. But the person who has the repair shop is missing tools. So we're going to try to retrieve those tools, so therefore we have to go to a smith. The smith is very hungry, so they want us to get an apple in exchange for the smithing tool. Now we're back to having the problem with really, really wanting this apple. We're gonna have to go back to the market, we're gonna have to go back to the fruit stand, and we're gonna have to beg for this apple to help the smith. But all the time, we have to carry this in our mouths without eating it, which is very, very hard for a horse. A horse is very tempted to eat apple while traveling. So we are going to take the apple gently. We're not going to eat the apple as much as we want to eat the apple. And we're going to turn it to the smith. The smith is able to eat, so they are able to do work to create the tool that we can use to patch the clothing. I can see this not going well. It makes me even more funny seeing you struggle to make a story. Nice try. I am trying my best here, okay? I don't have ChatGPT to write the story for me. I am doing everything I can here. So the smith has been able to eat the apple, to have enough food to keep going, and we are able to get the tools needed to repair the cloth. Unfortunately, it's very, very sharp tools. We're gonna have to be even more careful. So now we basically have a horse with dangerous sewing material in its hand as we are trying to walk through the town safely, as there's children running around, as we're trying to not stomp on any animals, we're not trying to stomp on any children, we're trying to go through the market, and, and we are going to try to see if we can make it safely. We are able to get to the seamstress, who is able to start repairing the clothing. The cat and the mouse are still chasing everything around and causing a lot of destruction, So we're gonna need to scare the cat a little bit to calm down, and we're gonna have to chase away the mice from trying to burrow into the clothing. And if we can successfully do that, then we are able to get the cotton. Once we can get the cotton fabric, then we are able to create, we're able to ask the seamstress to create the cotton bag that we can use to put the milk in to safely get home. The problem is we don't have any money to pay the seamstress, and getting the material wasn't enough. So now we're gonna have to figure out some way to get more money for the cotton. And the only thing that I can think of is, well, we're a horse. What do children like? Children like horses. So we're gonna entertain the children for a little bit. We do a little bit of show pony dancing. We do a little bit of tricks here and there. We can you know, grab a disc and try to do some like horse tricks and things like that. And eventually we have enough money to be able to pay the seamstress to create the bag that we can use. So then with our bag, we can go back to the dairy farmer, and thankfully we have enough money from the beginning of the story to give to the dairy farmer. We're able to go and pick up the milk, put it in our bag, in our satchel, and slowly make our way home as the sun is setting, just in time to give it to the litter of kittens that we've been trying to take care of. And now we are a very, very tired horse. There you go. That's as much as I can do without ChatGPT. That's an interesting idea, though, you know? I might try to create, like, little better stories that I can read on Iriam at some point. That might be an interesting concept. I feel like I had this concept a very, very, very long time ago, and I just didn't have, I just didn't really have time to make, new stories every time that there was an Iriam stream, so maybe we'll do it like the branding stream. Maybe we'll make it like, you know, rare events and things. Dark says you could have just made a dad going to get milk joke and never seen him again. Dad instead of horse. I don't go that direction. We don't do that kind of stuff here. And the horse's name is John Cena. Just a metaphor for how my brain thinks, probably. Hello, Eve. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you doing? Happy Friday. Hello, hello. I just finished telling a harrowing tale of a horse's journey to go and get milk. But I am happy to hear you. I'm happy to see you here, Eve. I hope everything's going well. Tap the stars, we need you. Yeah, don't worry, Eve. We are happy to see you here. Wait, is everything okay? Wait, hang on. Everything alright? Hope everything is going alright. But yes, thank you guys. Thank you guys for the star tapping. I appreciate it greatly. Thank you, thank you. I hope that you're having a good Friday so far. I hope you are enjoying the day so far. 10 out of 10 story. Thank you, Dark. I appreciate that. I can't wait until the story gets adopted to anime. That would be an interesting anime now, wouldn't it? Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, no worries, no worries. It's totally fine. Do whatever you need to do. This should just be fun, casual, all good. But yes, thank you guys for the help. I appreciate it. VTuber Mama has returned after a month of being sick and not being able to stream her art, so I was supporting her. Very, very, very valid then. I'm glad that she's recovering. I think that's a really good thing, and I support you supporting her. It would be an awesome anime. Imagine the anime opening. It's cool to see a live stream VOD going a bit viral with watch hours and views. There you go. Umi, hello, hello! Oh my gosh, hello, hello! Umi, how are you doing? Lovely to see you. Everyone is joining in after I told the horse story. Dang it. It's all good, it's all good. I am doing well. How are you doing, Umi? I really, really wish that there was, like, a way to, I really wish that there was a way to differentiate, fellow FS in chat. Anime OP with Bump of Chicken playing it, showing horse taking care of kittens. My gosh, Bump of Chicken. That would be too intense for something like this. That's what I was saying in stream this morning too. I really want them to implement something like it. It would help so much. I did bring it up to them in a meeting, and they're like, but the changed color names are for people with the star badges. And I'm like, I know they are, but I really need a way to be able to see other streamers really quickly. Vinefox, thank you for the 40th star. Vessel's gonna make fun of me for not being able to pronounce things correctly. But thank you, Vinefox. The horse would get an upset stomach, considering most animals are not adapted to drinking other animals' milk. But the milk was for the— Did you listen to the story? It's too bad there are only 3 colors in the world, Iriam. Okay, that's actually what I told them, right? Because they were like, but the star badges, and I'm like, but the star badges are like, what? Cyan, blue, and purple. So, like, make the streamer color, like, orange or something. And they're like, no, we can't do that. And I'm like, but make it orange. Or make it pink. I don't know, but, like, I think it would help. Or, like, you know, a little badge, a little name badge. Oh no, but we have the star thing. I know, but this would really help. At least make it so that the streamer can see the color, even if the rest of chat can't. Exactly. Actually, that would be a really good way to do it, right? Because then there would be, like, less bias, right? Because I know that there's, I know a lot of the fellow FS get nervous about joining streams because they don't want to, like, do all the, you know, attention pulling by accident or whatever. So yeah, even if it was just on the streamer side, like, mainly we just want to be able to say hi to each other without the issues. I agree. That would be a good solution. Am I continuing the mushroom stream tomorrow? We finished the mushroom game. We rolled the credits. Only 3 colors and no more, Iriam. We demand the smushy post game, but I have no idea how long it is. It's probably only like 10 minutes. But Umi, I hope you're having a good Friday. I appreciate you stopping in to say hello. It means a lot. Thank you, thank you. I have no idea how long post-game is. It probably isn't that long. Actually, I was really surprised that the small indie game had a post-game. I was very surprised by that, to be honest. Dark says, to be honest, I've seen a weirder anime plot. That's fair. That's fair. 10 minutes of smushy, 1 to 50 of pinball, easy, an hour 50 minutes of pinball, easy peasy. I could. I didn't know if anyone would, like, care, I guess? I have no idea how long the smushy post game is, but we could do a little bit of smushy post game if people wanted to. I know this would be intense. Idea for a gaming stream. Building an island for Stargazers in New Horizons. That's an interesting idea. But there's no... But the villagers are not all Stargazers. I would not be able to have all bunnies. We gotta know what happens? Maybe. Maybe I'll if I can set it up correctly, maybe we'll do that then. That's an interesting idea. New Horizons, like, stream based. The problem is, like, with good idea for a similar game, not AC specifically. Oh, you know what? Yeah, Vessa, you're right. There's a cute, like, farming game that was released recently. I asked for a key. They did not give me a key. What is it called? Cinnabunny, I think? And it kind of has, like, a little bit of Animal Crossing-esque flair. So that might be a fun one at some point in the future. They all become fun guys, the end. Oh my gosh. You have Cinnabunny? Do you like it? Is it good? You could actually curate the island where Sapphire did it with wolves. Oh, interesting, interesting. The problem is, like, I can't keep myself into Animal Crossing. It makes me nervous that things continue when I'm not around. That is too stressful for me in terms of, game progression stuff. It's a really relaxed game. I only played a bit of it. Oh, it's on really? Oh. Interesting. Interesting. It's something to consider. It is something to consider. Curating the island is extremely time-consuming. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured, to be honest. Think about it. There's a lot of different, like, we still have a fairly large game library. So, there's like, we've got enough to go through here. Almost to 100k? Really? Wait, no, we almost hit, like, didn't we hit, like, 40k stars just a minute ago? I like to think that you think that way because of Tamagotchi death post-trauma? Huh? No, it has nothing to do with Tamagotchi. I've always been stressed out by Animal Crossing in particular. 11k to go for eggs. There you go. I keep forgetting about the eggs. No, it's not a Tamagotchi thing. It's an Animal Crossing thing. It's the cockroaches and the weeds. Umi, thank you very much for the 45k. How do you say these things? Thank you for the stars. What do you mean your finger slipped? 61k for all? That's the target team. There you go. Yeah, weeds on your island, right? Like weeds in the, like weeds on the island if you're not cleaning things up. I know that they're nicer in the newer games, and in the older games they were really, really strict about it. I know that, but just something that I thought about. I'm very confused. But yeah, I'm gonna look at Cinnabunny on Steam. My finger slipped, sorry. Bessa, did you... Did you really? Why? Oh my gosh. Oh. Don't cry, it was an accident. Well, that is if I'm understanding correctly, that is a very sweet accident. Oh my gosh. Less than 9k more for eggs, dang, you guys. Thank you for the star help, it means a lot, and thank you, Vessa, that is also extremely kind of you. Alright, I guess I know where we're shifting streams. That is very kind of you, though. Before island building, you have to progress the game, like paying off loans and unlocking the ability to terraform, blah blah blah. I have played Animal Crossing. I played Animal Crossing. I'm not kind, I told you it was an accident. Well, it was a positive accident, I guess. It was a positive accident. Ah! What was that for? Happy accidents, Bob Ross. There you go. Yeah, happy accidents. What was the bonk for? Hero told me to tap the star, so I went for the forehead star. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. You guys are very crazy. You guys are very crazy indeed. Well, regardless, I am very grateful for you guys. So thank you very kindly. As insane as you all are. I can see it so clearly. I think at some point I'm gonna have to figure out, okay. Doing a story on the spot is a really tricky idea, but I do kind of like the idea of reading stories on Iriam. The only thing is I can't, I have to, like, have all the preparation beforehand, which I don't really know how to do, because then you're gonna overthink things a lot more than you are just ad-libbing a story. What am I doing tomorrow exactly? I guess we are starting the day with finishing up the post-game for Smushy, which I wasn't expecting, but I guess, why not? And then we will probably do, pinball after that. It's pretty nice. I like listening to stories on here. How do people handle doing the story stuff? If you know Umi. What happens if we start off the story and then pass it around? That's an interesting idea. Although it's probably going to end very insanely, knowing you guys. I can only imagine. Maybe someday we could do Mad Libs on stream or something goofy like that. We'd either do like a Mad Libs type of thing, or like a telephone type thing. Or like a, you know, well, okay. It wouldn't work for this, because the whole event idea here was that I was trying to talk while you guys were tapping stars, because there's no good way to tap stars while typing, which is unfortunate. So, that was why we started doing the storytelling thing. But for non-star-based stuff, then we could absolutely do goofy group storytelling. I need to have a way to, like, rhythm game the stars. Some people read stories or books. Some people have written up choose-your-own-adventure stories, and they let chat vote on the route. The thing is, I've seen some people do the choose-your-own-adventure stuff. The issue I have with that is that I don't think there's a way to do it, with, like, writing it yourself. You kind of have to use, tools for that I don't necessarily want to use. Or you have to spend a very, very, very long time thinking up all the different routes and writing up all the different routes, which would be very tricky. But yeah, I have seen the people do the choose your own adventure one. It's kind of only possible with other tech. No improv? I guess you could. Like I did with a horse. But then you'd have to think about the routes as your improv. I've seen some people read choose your own adventure books as well. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like getting a pre-printed one, that would be an interesting one actually. I don't know, maybe we'll try doing stories in the future. Maybe we could do some story streams. I haven't tried it, but you know, considering how inspired I am with Quincy's Tavern and everything, it's certainly fitting. And we do have a library in the atelier, so we do technically have a place for it too. Some planning, some improv. Interesting, interesting. I think of it like DMing for D&D. Ah, I like that way of looking at it. If you have a wild imagination, improvisation could work. Well, clearly we're covered on that end. Clearly we're covered on that end with you guys. I know that in terms of wild imaginations, you guys are set on that end. Read what you said last. Did I miss a thing? I missed a thing. Oh! I'm not sure if I would be able to do that, Vessa. Oh. We are not wild imaginations. This is reality. This is war. I mean, you guys are very real. I didn't say anything about that. It's just elementary school kids horror. I don't know. I don't know about that one. No, Vine Fox, that's exactly what Vessa's saying. I'm not sure about that one. I read some stories from first edition of Brothers Grimm. It was all insane and much worse than Goosebumps. Great, great. Oy, ay, ay. Like, the on-stream audience was horrified. Oh, lovely. Yeah, like the original Cinderella. Goodness. We better get Christmas stories then. I could do Christmas stories. Why not? I could do Christmas stories. I probably have Christmas stories, actually, because there's an illustrator that I've been very inspired by, and she mainly did Christmas stories. Snow White, they tried to eat her? The dwarves? The dwarves tried to eat her? Or the animals? Either way, it doesn't sound good. The evil queen... What? I'm not even... Are we, like, combining Snow White with Hansel and Gretel? Is that what happened here? That is weird. I could definitely do Christmas stories, though. I think that would be nice. I'm not much of a writer, but I don't know. She hired a guy to... Wait, I have to read this without reading it. Oh! Interesting. Okay. I didn't know that's how it went, but, like, that's very much on the same level as people thinking they needed to hunt unicorns, isn't it? Rewrite A Christmas Carol for Stargazers? What, like the whole Christmas Carol story? Brothers Grimm stories were insane in the first unedited edition. It sounds like it, yeah. It definitely sounds like it. The ghost of bombs past Bat's future and wishes present. Oh my gosh. That's, That's wild. That is wild. Okay. That would be an interesting... That would be an interesting concept, you know, like your basic fairy tales, but written with Stargazers. Hey! We didn't have any of these stories yet. Ah! Ah! Hey! We're not telling any of these stories yet. Hey! Oh my gosh. Hey! Ah! Oh look, it's the ghost of bombs past. Save that for the audition. Oh my gosh, you guys are crazy! Oh, Blank, hello, welcome in. And Snake, welcome in. I've just decided to say Snake at this point, because I don't know what works best, so I'm just gonna say Snake. Thank you very much for sending the stars. I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. That almost turned into a howl. Jeez. What am I? Some sort of wolf? Shadow Raven, hello. Welcome in. I see you're new here, so hello. My name is Starlight. I'm a prismatic kitsune. I hope you're having a nice Friday today. We got the eggs. There we go. We got the eggs. Thank you, Umi. I appreciate it. Zero, thank you for the party poppers. Another Corvid? It seems so. We actually have, like, a decent amount of Corvids on Iriam, actually. We were talking about it. There's a number of Corvids. It's 150k for the background? Yeah, it's 150k for the background. So we are 2/3 of the way there, which is awesome. There really are, yeah. It's funny, because, you know, there were people asking about, like, how many birds are there in Iriam, and I'm like, I'm not a bird, but I got bird wings. Does that count? Am I half Corvette? I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant, but man, that's a funny autocorrect. I don't know. Some people think I am half Corvid. Star car. Bessa. That would be a strange design for sure. I don't know. Some people say that I am half Corvid. It depends on who you ask. Congrats on the star, Vessa. Congrats on the star badge. The Reaper says a flock of ducks is flying above, and one is a fox leaving a neon cat rainbow in her wake. 50k more. And thank you. Thank you for the shout-out, Sea Hero. I appreciate it. Yeah, we do have a Discord. If you're interested in joining the Discord, we have a Safe for Work Discord. The easiest way to get to it is if you go to my YouTube channel from Iriam, then in the About section, there's also a link to the Discord. We would be happy to have you there if you would like to join. And, at some point in the future, we're gonna be getting a lot more emotes for the server as well, but as it stands now, if you like doing art-related stuff, it's a great place to post your artwork. There's a lot of crazy discussions happening that have gotten crazier as the weeks have gone by. And it is a safe for work server, but we hope that it is still a lot of fun. Bring more crystal apples. There you go. Yeah, that's what the horse had to avoid eating. Crystal apples. It is a very chaotic server, yeah. But you do get notified next time we are going live. You get notified when I'm on the Twitch and YouTube side, and hopefully it's just a good time overall. It's funny. I didn't think that the server would end up being as active as it has been lately. It makes me really happy that people are just having fun being there. And I didn't expect that people would have fun being there. I've been in a server that was like really, really, really active for a time, and the tables have slightly turned a little bit, and it's been interesting, but I'm really happy that people like being in there. Crystal apples for the Crystal Apple Society. It's the best server I'm in now. Thank you, Vesta. I appreciate that. That means a lot. And talking about... You guys are crazy! I don't know how this topic keeps getting brought up, but you guys keep bringing up the same topic every few months. Every few months, it comes up around again, and I don't know how. Please bring back the crystal apples. You want to see what topic? The goth star thing. I don't know. You guys switch between like goth, punk, dark. I don't know what you want. What? Was that a pun? Was that a pun? No? Really? That's what we were talking about? Yeah, I know it's what you were talking about in the Discord, but I thought you were trying to make a Hot Topic pun. You have to ask what's up with the Goth Star. It is, it is a weird thing that the community's decided that they've... You guys have been talking about that kind of thing for... Frankly, you guys have been talking about that kind of thing for years. Which is kind of insane to think about. Why are you guys so fixated on this? You need an official name? I don't know if I can give you an official name. You know, I know it won't ever happen, but I imagine what if Starlight was Corpo VTuber? I imagine that sometimes too. I feel like I'm not able to do a lot of what the Corpo VTubers do, but I am very curious on how that might have looked. You know, in an alternate reality. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? If I was Corpo. Don't make a rival for Start a Fight. Never say never? Never say ever? There's new things with it. Dark Star Stargazers are cats now, maybe? I can't picture cats. Less time to engage in community, I fear. Yeah, that is the one downside of Corpo, right? But I think indie is kind of the same way, like large indie, right? Like if you're at, like, let's say Shy Lily level, that must be tricky as well, because at that point Shy Lily is basically like Corpo without the Corpo. I don't think that is ever possible on my end, but I'm just saying, like, that kind of happens, like, with any streamer, doesn't it? Also, Vine Fox, thank you for hitting the 60,000th star. Thank you, thank you. But regardless of community stuff, like, what would that look like to you in general? Like, if I was Corpo, I feel like I would basically just be like a lesser version of Ina, maybe? I don't know. Starlight would be super ecstatic to work with Mori Calliope, Kamiyoshi, and some fans would oh jeez. Well then I can't go for Hololive, that's for sure. That would keep me away from Hololive, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't happen because there's already so many existing pairing stuff. I definitely would not be in Hololive if I was in any Corpo. I would, like, if I was to realistically join any Corpo, first of all, it has to be one where I can stay myself, which in Hololive, that only goes to one girl. Only Suisei has ever been able to do that, and she's the only member, to my knowledge, of Hololive who has ever gotten to do that. Face Connect Star Jam. Oh, jeez. With Pippa? That would be insane. No matter what, you would still be like Amelie. Yeah, true. Used to be friends with Indy that became Corpo. Unfortunately, we gradually stopped talking to each other. Her manager doesn't allow it anymore. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not sad enough. I'm not sad enough? What? Not sad enough for Face Connect. That scares me. I probably do not fit VShojo. VShojo has a vibe that, admittedly, I do like their modern direction, but I think VShojo's identity does not suit me. Especially considering that it was started by, Project Melody. I don't think that's a direction I can go. Face Connect is Sad Girl Company? Oh dear. You know what group I really like is V4 Mirai. I think V4 Mirai is really interesting, at least with their debuts, how they do things on, like, the innovation level. I think that would be an interesting one. Think of it like this, VShojo might be a good agency to join. You could keep your brand, and they'd help you with tech support. Plus, they help you with uploading more videos, just saying. But it's also known for sort of being in another direction that I very, very much don't fit. I would be the ugly duckling of VShojo. First safer work VTuber of VShojo. It doesn't work. Crystal Kitsune to brighten your day and clip it and ship it? What? You know, it's funny, right? Because I feel like what I was saying is that modern VShojo is not necessarily feeling that they have to go in that direction, right? Like, I don't think Giga really plays with that much. Monarch does a little bit, but not, like, to a crazy level, right? I feel like VShojo as a whole has sort of moved away from that direction. I still think it's what they're mainly known for. I still think it's a brand that is stuck with them. But I don't feel like they have to let's say, rely on it as much. There's a corpo for every vibe now. Kind of, yeah. I don't know. I feel like if I was to be in any corpo, of the ones I know anyway, I feel like V4 Mirai probably would have been the best fit, just in terms of vibe, but I also don't think I know enough about him to, like, make any, like, of that kind of decision. Yeah, no, that's what I was saying, right? Sierra was like, it was started by Project Melody and Hime, like, I don't think that's a direction I could go. If you were to join a group, you would join a stream group, not an agency. I'm in a spooky themed streaming group and it's fun. The founder is creepypasta narrator. I've been listening to a very long time, like childhood. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Stream group is an interesting route too, because then it's like you can basically just be yourself and you're just getting help with the extra stuff, right? Like you're not working as a team, you're just like, hey, maybe we'll help you figure out your sponsorship emails or something. Join Senpai Agency. Join Giso? What is it? Gazo? I forget. It was Gizo, right? Oh, jeez. Yeah, that's how you know that I've crashed and burned. The only thing about streaming group is how committed you need to be in the group. I don't think with a streaming group you have to be nearly as committed as with an agency. I think with an agency, it's like, if it's not your full-time job, then it's like, they're not going to be doing enough for you if it's not your full-time job. I meant a real one if he made it. Oh! Okay. I don't know. I mean, we've talked about that, and I don't think it's ever... I don't know if it would ever be a thing. I remember I used to joke I was in the senpai class group, but then never said a word outside of a few hellos. It's a lot more relaxed than a VTuber agency. Yeah, that's true. I don't know, like, I think about that sometimes in terms of, like, because I know there's, art groups too, right? There's like, Eru Studio and stuff like that. One of the things that kind of throws me about agencies, groups, studios, things like that, you end up, if you're not in a huge one, then you end up losing a lot of your individual identity, I feel. And maybe this is wrong, maybe other people have different opinions, ideas. This is just sort of, my mental thought process of it, is like, you kind of become known less for yourself and more for the agency. Like, oh yeah, who's that girl in the agency? I forget her name. You know, the one in, you know, XYZ agency with the, you know, with the pink hair or whatever. It's like you kind of lose a bit of your individuality. But if you're in something like Hololive, then I feel like you can maintain a little bit of your individuality because of how big you are and how there's sort of like enough to sort of hold your single brand together. Like, Callie is known for being in Hololive, but she also has done so much on her own that she kind of can just be Callie. Gura's the same way, right? She's such a presence that she is a girl in Hololive, but she's also Gura. Suisei is the same way. If you are in one of those smaller agencies, I feel like you can kind of get a little bit drowned out in a way. I don't know if that's entirely accurate. I don't know if other people feel that way. It's kind of the vibe I get sometimes. I don't know. Speaking of Senpai, I thought to hire you to make an art piece for the latest classmate of Senpai server. I think it's kind of not necessary at this point. I don't know. I know that some people have talked about that kind of thing. I think there might be other things that are being prioritized, but I'm not entirely sure. I know there's a lot of different directions and things that are being explored. And none of those things are up to me, so I'm not really sure. I just saw the old senpai class image started yesterday. Like, she did a long time ago. I saw it yesterday. Wait, like, for the first time? Also, Vine Fox, thank you for the 65k. Thank you. For a long time, we haven't gotten new generation for Hololive JP. The main branch, not including, in-dev branch. I guess you're right. Well, okay, but Hololive's been really open about that, right? That they don't want to bring on as many people, that they want to focus more on on existing IPs to build up. Class picture's so old, I'm not even in it. Class picture's so old, I'm still a fox. Like Anthro. Never stop. Thank you, Vine Fox. I appreciate the support. Thank you, thank you. I think we'll be able to make it. I was a little bit worried, but I think you guys are doing a really great job with the star tapping. I think that we will be able to get to the goal on Monday, hopefully. Hopefully. Kupo, hello, welcome in. Happy Friday. It's nice to see you today. Hello. Yeah, I think we should hopefully be able to get it. Class picture was so old, the model that I didn't make content with is in it. Yeah. One particular VTuber told me to do a certain version of themselves in this photo that I never saw to fruition, and it just happened to be. The most complex design out of anybody in that entire photo, save for Thorn, because I had to paint an actual giant lizard. But other than the giant lizard, no, actually, I would even argue that it was more complex than the giant lizard. Yeah, that design, that never saw the light of day, that nobody ever got to know, was probably the most complex design in that whole photo. Regloss and Flowglow are part of their own branch under Hololive. They're a more music-focused branch. Ah, right. That makes sense. Vessa. My gosh. I do still hold that grudge, yes. Because the only time that it has ever been seen by anybody in the public space is in this photo. My old design had goggles, people still make fun of me for it. Nothing wrong with goggle designs. It's tough being an artist, it can be. It's good that I'm doing, talking stream and gaming stream tomorrow, because, my hand is slightly acting up, but I have big commissions to work on, so I'm trying to pace things well. I'm not drawing right now. No, I need to pace my hand, because I have some big projects going on that I need to be able to do. So today doing just chatting and tomorrow doing game stuff is good to sort of I won't, hopefully. Wish you luck on the projects, thank you. Note to self, debut is literally anything before the next class picture. Jeez. Yap stream is good, yeah, Yap stream is very helpful. Yeah, tapping the star on my forehead does nothing, unfortunately. I'm probably still gonna do a little bit of art off stream, just because, like, I have to keep moving, progress-wise, but, I do want to watch myself a little. I do want to, you know, make sure that I'm able to continue getting work done. I think that's important. But, Tuesday we are going to have, Tuesday we are going to start a new big art piece. And I'm excited for that. I think I'm gonna spend a lot of the weekend doing a lot of, you guys are so crazy. I think I'm gonna spend a lot of the, weekend doing some research on, like, the best way to go about this piece, because I was mentioning before that I think it has a really cool rendering style that I want to try. Why is everyone just typing random numbers? So yeah, I need to be able to do all the drawing stuff. Right now I'm working on line art for a reference sheet. That is a little bit harder on my hands because line art is just always going to be a little bit rougher there. Because it's just all refined detail, right? Line art limbo, yeah, basically. Line art can be very rough. if I can get the line art done, I will feel like I am in better space. And sadly, I won't be able to show that piece off for a long time because it is a start to finish VTuber design. But once I am able to, show it off, I'll be really excited because I'm hoping to use it as an example for a future thing that might be cool. Hopefully it won't take forever. Hopefully, you know, it would be nice if I'm able to show it off, like, I don't know, end of the year, maybe? That's the sad thing about doing work for VTubers. I love doing work for VTubers. I really, really, really do. But, it's like having a mini animation NDA, right? If you were to work in an animation studio, you've got, like, your NDA going for 3 or 4 years before the movie is out, before you're able to show the concept art for it. And, VTubing work is kind of like doing mini animation studio NDA. You said we had 40k stars at the start of the stream, then we gained over 70k stars by now. Dang, you guys are good. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, I appreciate it very, very much. I want to be able to use this bunny wallpaper, always having a reminder of the crazy Stargazers. Or, I don't think we'll have it forever, but as long as we can have it. It should be at least, we should have it for at least a few months. It kind of stinks we can't see it for a while. I know, it bothers me too. I'll probably ask the client, like, hey, when is the earliest I can show this off? Because I like that kind of stuff. I did do another similar thing for a client, except not to the same level of detail. And they have had their model started being created, so I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky. Although I believe they said that they wanted to reveal things in 2026 for that, so it's hard. It's hard to be a VTuber artist. I love doing it, but it's a little frustrating. The nice thing, though, is that the piece that we get to work on Tuesday, the client is very kind about liking to see the work being done on stream. So I will be able to be a lot more open about that. And if I do, like, quiet nighttime work, then I can probably work on it there, too. So we won't have to wait an indefinite amount of time for that. Does that mean we have to be on our best behavior? In general, it would be good to do that. I think that is usually a good thing in general. What do you mean in this context? In this context, I'm just saying that I get to, show off the design work. Also, VineFox, thank you for the 70k star. 70k star. You can't make me behave. No, you're the ones that have to get everyone else under control, frankly. Hey, Eve! Hey! Wait, I haven't been able to... Ah! What is going on? Why are we doing this? Why am I being attacked right? Why am I being so attacked right now? What is this about? Ah! Okay, we're here. Oh my gosh, Eve! You can calm down now! Ah! Eve! I swear! Oh my gosh, you will not let me have a break, will you? Okay. Eve, you're good. You're good. Calm your hops! Eve, please. What is this? Oh my gosh! What are you doing? Stop. What do you mean? How many times do you have to hit it? What are you trying to accomplish? This is a star tapping thing. What are you doing? Ah! What are you doing? What? What on... What was that? A distraction from what? What was that? I'm very confused. Like, legitimately, what was that? I'm so... We tell you that it fails to be a distraction? What do you mean? What do you mean? A distraction? What? Oh my gosh. I've got smoke everywhere. Don't worry about it? I think that anyone should worry when they have 10 bombs thrown in their face. That's usually something to worry about. Generally, that is something to worry about. What kind of need did you have? Thank you for the heart, Fine Fox. What do you mean, distraction? I have never... Thank you, even Fine Fox. I am extremely confused. I am extremely confused. I don't know why that happened. You say it's a distraction for something, and now I'm very... Excuse you, it wasn't 10 bombs, it was 12. Why did I have 12 bombs thrown in my face? Why? Why was it... Why were there a dozen? Why were there a dozen bombs? Telemore, hello, hello, welcome in. I was told to behave, I needed to get it out of my system. Oh my gosh. Maybe like 4 eggs, a dozen bombs? What does that mean? Oh, this is a star tapping thing, not a bomb tapping thing. Oh my gosh, you guys are insane. Ugh. Ugh. Why did you... Thank you, Eve. My gosh. Thank you, Eve. I appreciate it. Dang it, newbie. I was gonna say at least you didn't get bonked, but that went out the window. You love when I'm happy? Oh my goodness. Well, I love talking with you guys. I love having this community. So, as insane as you are, I do really love having this community. As absolutely insane as you all are. Because you're definitely a little bit insane. But, like, it's all good in the end. Although, man, there's a lot of smoke in this room. You know, we have so many explosive Stargazers, we need some water types. We need some water type Stargazers. Actually, that's what I need to probably focus on next. I think I need to focus next on the channels. Times like this, I was glad to be made a ghost. The bombs just go right through you? Yeah, we need to figure out the channels, right? I tried to, but no, you said we weren't near any water. We're not near any water, but that doesn't mean you can't have any water types, right? We got so active in the server they were getting messy. I do want to figure out the channel thing at some point. Like, I think it would be really cool to have, like, a Pokedex type of channel, but then, like, I also feel like that's not enough to justify a whole channel. Because, like, it would kind of be like how everyone has their own art gallery type of deal, but I don't think there's going to be that many people, like, adding to that, so it would end up just being, like, a one-post archive thing. And I don't know if that's worth having a whole separate channel over, so that's kind of why I keep not really knowing what to do with things. Soren, hello, welcome in, and Alnan, hello. It's called Switch 2 because you switch to a new hobby. I've been Why do you know about my crow tendencies? It lets people go back to it? That's true, yeah. I think my thing is, like, if it was, like, it does let people go back to it, right? If everyone just made, like, one forum post and we had a gallery style, like, do you think that would be worth what? We actually do have a lot of reference-based channels that don't actually see much attention, don't we? I think one of the things I was thinking, right, is, like, can you pin? I don't remember if you can pin stuff in forum channels, but I wanted to maybe do the Dex thing, and then, I guess it would just be a reference channel. No? I thought you could. Maybe if they're non-gallery based? I could have sworn you could. Because I want some channels that are, like, info-based, right? Like, so you guys have all the information. And then, well, the Star Chat channel can basically be for Stargazer stuff, too. I feel like we need 2 Stargazer channels. One as a directory and one as other stuff. Like, combination of other stuff. I don't really know what it is, though. No, I'm thinking about forums. I'm not thinking about threads, I'm thinking about forums. I'm pretty sure forums you could have some pinned, but I don't remember now. Directory and discussion, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. But, like, Stargazer-specific discussion? But then we also have the Star Chat thing, and that's more for, like, content in general. I think the discussion would be mainly for, like... well, mainly for you guys to go wild. Pretty sure you can pin a forum post? I thought you could. I'll have to check that. But yeah, I'm basically thinking, like, one channel as a directory and one channel for discussion. And eventually, I would like to do more with it. I would like to have, like... in the future, I think it would be fun to have, events and things. And those events could also, like, be, like, cataloged into the directory type of area. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but I know it's something I want to do. I know that I eventually want to have 2 channels that are, like, very, very Stargazer focused. And I know we have a lot of channels, but hey, you know, this is moving down from, like, 10 to 2. Because originally I had an idea for about 10. The reason I had an idea for about 10 was because Stargazers had a very, very, very different direction in the beginning. Baby steps, yeah. We're slowly building things back up and checking things. You can have at least 1 pinned forum post. I don't know about more. Okay, that's good to know. That's really good to know, actually. Thank you very much for doing that, Soren. I appreciate that. What do you mean you want to bite? Fessa, why do you get like this? But thank you, Soren. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for tapping the stars again. It helps a lot. We're very, very close to the wallpaper. I know that we can definitely get it done by Monday, so thank you. Also, if you have not yet joined the Discord, if you are interested in joining the Discord that I'm talking about when I'm talking about all these channels, it is a safe for work Discord, but if you're interested, if you go to my YouTube that you can find through the Iriam page, consider subscribing on YouTube maybe if you want to know when I'm going live on live streams, and in the YouTube channel, there in my About section, there should be a direct link to the Discord. It is safe for work, but we would be happy to have you. It's very active and chaotic lately. It's a lot of fun. And if you do any artwork, and if you want to post any artwork that you do, then we would be happy to see your art. There is a sketch work in progress channel and like fancy finished gallery channels. 32k more? Heck yeah! We can definitely do this! We can definitely do this. Alright. I don't feel as nervous now. Thank you very much for doing that. Thank you guys for tapping the stars. I feel like we can definitely make it now. I was a little nervous, but now I feel like pretty confident. 75k! My goodness! Thank you, Telemore. I appreciate it. Kamate, thank you, thank you. Alright, Talon, thank you very much for stopping in. I appreciate it. All the best. Oh my gosh. We could probably hit, like, if I was able to stream longer, I usually don't stream much longer than 2 hours, but if I was able to stream longer, we would probably, like, be able to hit it in one stream. I don't think I will physically be able to, but I'll be here early to finish the fight. Awesome, thank you, Fine Fox. Tap star, not make her see stars. True, though. True. It is a very chaotic Discord, but we are having a lot of fun. I'm really glad that people are having fun in the Discord. It means a lot that I am sort of creating a good space that you guys enjoy being in. That is genuinely really valuable to me. Got one more stream, right? Should be easy peasy. Yeah, I was worried earlier today, but we got another stream to go. If we had to, we could also stretch it into a Tuesday thing. We might not have to, though, which is good, because in that case, I would probably make Tuesday into, like, maybe double drawing. Or, I don't know, there's a part of me that debates on, like, wanting to try doing, a night stream where I'm doing, like, drawing on the YouTube and Twitch side and chatting on the Iriam side, but I've never done anything like that. I don't know how it would go. And on the YouTube and Twitch side, I'd have to go PNG mode. Am I having a golden day today? I don't know. I've got a lot of gold on me. Does that count? But hello, welcome in, Gold. Sadness, I'm missing the Discord shenanigans. You're welcome to join the Discord if you'd like to. It's safe for work, but it's open to anyone. There is a lot of Discord shenanigans, yeah. But if any of you guys who are new here would like to join the Discord, as long as everyone's, like, kind and respectful and everything, then we're happy to have you. Yeah, if you want to join, the easiest way to do that is to access my YouTube channel through the Iriam profile. And if you go to the YouTube, there is an About Me section, and then there should be a link to the Discord directly. As long as you contribute to the Goth Starlight. You guys aren't gonna let this go, are you? But yeah, it's just, it's a nice place. And if you do art, then there's lots of places for posting art as well. But main thing is that it is safe for work. It is mainly focused on, like, myself as a VTuber and the community of the Stargazers. So we don't have, like, self-promo channel stuff or anything. But there's still a lot of chaotic fun to be had. I will admit, it can be a little bit stricter than other Discord servers that other people are in. But I would hope to think that that's just because people really, really try to push things, like, really quickly. We've had some people that we've had to sort of, like, figure out if they fit the vibe, is all, you know. And by vibe, I'm mainly 90% of it, just be nice to others. Just be nice to other people. You're usually good. That's why I just watch the chaos. Good for cinema. Doki Haven, hello, welcome in, welcome in. Is your name a reference to Doki Bird by any chance? Hello, I see you're new here, so hello, my name is Starlight, I'm a prismatic kitsune. It's lovely to meet you. I hope you're having a good Friday as well. I don't know if your name is a reference to Doki Bird, but I have done fan art for Doki Bird, so that's cool. I mostly just toss it around tasteful memes and dad jokes. Dad jokes are okay. We don't really have, like, a place for memes, necessarily, because 90% of the time, memes end up going a little too far. So when it comes to memes, we sort of limit it to things like cute animals, content creation, other VTuber stuff, but yeah, most memes end up going in, like, weird directions, so I don't really have a meme channel. It usually ends up going out of hand, and I say this as somebody who mods for other servers. So it is a little bit more curated, but I hope it's still enjoyable to people. That's kind of one of the reasons that I am surprised that people do enjoy the Discord as much as they do, because I am sometimes worried that it is not what people are used to. So I've sort of, like, made a lot of add-ons, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. I've been in Discords that are all different levels, right? I've been in some that are really, 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 really strict, where you have to constantly be on topic, and it's, like, very, almost military feeling. And then I've been in Discords where anything goes, and anything goes about just as well as you'd think. I think folks don't mind a community with actual structure. That's basically it, right? It's basically structure. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I don't want it to be militaristic. I don't want people to think that they can't have fun, that they can't, like, goof off and be a little silly. But I do try to have a little bit more structure so that we don't end up going completely off the walls with insanity. And I don't mean Stargazer insanity, I mean, like, you know, actual problematic insanity. So, yeah, I hope I'm hitting a decent balance. But yeah, I don't know. If you guys are enjoying it so far, if you guys are having fun, then that's all I can ask for, really. You know, that's what makes me happy. People do really like to test meme limits, though. That is very, very, very true. Structure helps keep things safe. Yeah, exactly. I've been in some servers where people just have no limit on the memes, and generally it ends up getting, like, really, really negative really fast. And then there's servers that I haven't been in, but I've just heard, that just get, like, absolutely insane, like, not okay levels of quote-unquote memes that I feel like at some point you can't even call memes. I feel like at some point they just aren't memes anymore, you know? But yeah, that... So I try to keep everything very lighthearted, very positive, very upbeat. That's what we try for anyway. In terms of the chaos of the Stargazers, that is the one thing that I don't have structure or control over. Oversaturation of anything can be a bad thing. Yeah, there you go. So it's been, like, evolving throughout the years, I guess. The Discord server used to be very art focused to, like, an extremely heavy degree, right? The only thing that you really could do was have things, like, to post art or get art advice or get art tutorials. And then over time, I started myself branching further away from only being art related. And so now we're getting to the point where we're sort of opening it to more general things, and there's a lot of people in the community who don't make art themselves and are still able to find a lot of enjoyment in there. And that's what makes me happy. That's what I feel good about, is being able to provide a place to people whether or not they make art themselves. That's sort of the vibe, the direction that everything has been going lately. And if you do, like, content creation and stuff like that, then we do have, like, you know, content channels if you just want to chit-chat about ideas and stuff like that. Launch stream today, yeah. I'll probably wrap it up in just a minute here. It is, yeah, a little bit longer than I normally go to. Yeah. I went, like, an extra 20 or so minutes than normal. But that's alright. A lot of people just stopped in later, so that's all good. That's all good. But yeah, so once again, tomorrow we are going to be on the YouTube and Twitch side. If you have not followed on Twitch or subscribed on YouTube, both links are on the Iriam page. We are probably going to be starting off the day, finishing off the the base, the smushy game, little bits of smushy playthrough, and then we will probably finish it off with pinball, and then Tuesday Monday. We're gonna be finishing off the star game. We're gonna be finishing off the star tapping, trying to get that wallpaper. And then Tuesday we will be starting a new art piece. Also, hello, Bun. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm sorry. I'm just ending stream here, but thank you so much for stopping in. I really appreciate it. I hope you're having a great day so far. It is nice to see you. No try, it's ours. I think at this point I am not I'm not super nervous, thankfully. If you've not yet followed on Iriam, definitely consider following on Iriam. If you're in the Discord, you'll get notified on the Iriam streams or the YouTube streams. There's roles if you want to get notified on when those are happening. And thank you so much, Stargazers. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the worlds beyond. And thank you so much again, and all the best.